jump through the space, set your destination, keep up with the pace, spool the driver, feel that you. Now let's talk quantum. Jump through the space, set your destination, keep up with the pace, spool the driver, feel that gentle hum, navigating the cosmos has never been more fun. Just follow the groove, you'll be alright, flying through the stars, shining so bright. It's a step-by-step ride, easy and slow, you're a natural pilot, now watch yourself go. Watch yourself go. Let's talk quantum. Jump through the space, set your destination, keep up with the pace, spool the driver, feel that gentle hum, navigating the cosmos has never been more fun. Just follow the groove, you'll be alright, flying through the stars, shining so bright. It's a step-by-step ride, easy and slow, you're a natural pilot, now watch yourself go. Watch yourself go. Let's talk quantum. Jump through the space, set your destination, keep up with the pace, spool the driver, feel that gentle hum, navigating the cosmos has never been more fun. Just follow the groove, you'll be alright, flying through the stars, shining so bright. It's a step-by-step ride, easy and slow, you're a natural pilot, now watch yourself go. Watch yourself go. Let's talk quantum. Jump through the space, set your destination, keep up with the pace, spool the driver, feel that gentle hum, navigating the cosmos has never been more fun. Just follow the groove, you'll be alright, flying through the stars, shining so bright. It's a step-by-step ride, easy and slow, you're a natural pilot, now watch yourself go. Watch yourself go. Let's talk quantum. Jump through the space, set your destination, keep up with the pace, spool the driver, feel that gentle hum, navigating the cosmos has never been more fun. Just follow the groove, you'll be alright, flying through the stars, shining so bright. It's a step-by-step ride, easy and slow, you're a natural pilot, now watch yourself go. Watch yourself go. tight and your boots on your feet. First things first, let's power up the ship. Don't you worry now, I'll give you the tip. Just follow the groove, you'll be alright. Flying through the stars, shining so bright. It's a step-by-step ride, easy and slow. You're a natural pilot, now watch yourself go. Let's talk quantum, a jump through the space. Set your destination, keep up with the pace. Spool the drive up, feel that gentle hum. Navigating the cosmos has never been more fun. Just follow the groove, you'll be alright. Flying through the stars, shining so bright. It's a step-by-step ride, easy and slow. You're a natural pilot, now watch yourself go. Now let's talk quantum, a jump through the space. Set your destination, keep up with the pace. Spool the drive up, feel that gentle hum. Navigating the cosmos has never been more fun. Just follow the groove, you'll be alright. Flying through the stars, shining so bright. It's a step-by-step ride, easy and slow. You're a natural pilot, now watch yourself go. Let's talk quantum, a jump through the space. Set your destination, keep up with the pace. Spool the drive up, feel that gentle hum. Navigating the cosmos has never been more fun. Just follow the groove, you'll be alright. Flying through the stars, shining so bright. It's a step-by-step ride, easy and slow. You're a natural pilot, now watch yourself go. Now let's talk quantum, a jump through the space. Set your destination, keep up with the pace. Spool the drive up, feel that gentle hum. Navigating the cosmos has never been more fun. Just follow the groove, you'll be alright. Flying through the stars, shining so bright. It's a step-by-step ride, easy and slow. You're a natural pilot, now watch yourself go. Now let's talk quantum, a jump through the space. Set your destination, keep up with the pace. Spool the drive up, feel that Now let's talk quantum, a jump through the space. Set your destination, keep up with the pace. Spool the drive up, feel that gentle hum. Navigating the cosmos has never been more fun. Just follow the groove, you'll be alright. Flying through the stars, shining so bright. It's a step-by-step ride, easy and slow. You're a natural pilot, now watch yourself go. Watch yourself go. let's talk quantum. A jump through the space, set your destination, keep up with the pace. Spool the drive up, feel that gentle hum. Navigating the cosmos has never been more fun. Just follow the groove, you'll be alright. Flying through stars, shining so bright. It's a step-by-step ride, easy and slow. You're a natural pilot, now watch yourself go. Watch yourself go. Let's talk quantum. A jump through the space, set your destination, keep up with the pace. Spool the drive up, feel that gentle hum. Navigating the cosmos has never been more fun. Just follow the groove, you'll be alright. Flying through stars, shining so bright. It's a step-by-step ride, easy and slow. You're a natural pilot, now watch yourself go. Watch yourself go. Let's talk quantum. A jump through the space, set your destination, keep up with the pace. Spool the drive up, feel that gentle hum. Navigating the cosmos has never been more fun. Just follow the groove, you'll be alright. Flying through stars, shining so bright. It's a step-by-step ride, easy and slow. You're a natural pilot, now watch yourself go.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Drake's Den. Sorry we're a bit late. There were a little bit of miscommunications regarding daylight savings. Honestly, myself, I never know when it's happening personally. So yeah, Maddie will be joining us a little bit later on. With me at the moment is a part-time villain. My name is Mormon631, and we're going to be covering the monthly report this week. How are you this week, villain?
So this week I decided trying to quit coffee. That was a mistake. Today I woke up with massive headache. So to do you all favor, I had some coffee today. We'll pick this up from tomorrow.
When I mentioned withdrawal symptoms the other day, you were like, "No, of course not. I'm not going to get that."
Disaster, man. It's like,
and you immediately get them. That was quite funny.
Yeah. How was your week?
Not nice, is it? Honestly, this week I've been doing a lot of mining in the game.
Nice.
And I've taken the opportunity to catch up on a lot of TV series. I've been watching Naruto and Suits just to pass the time. Yeah, I've got a lot of Azlerite. I'm trying to aim to craft the Palatino armor. Azlerite and Laranite, easy to get. The more difficult one is Severilium, but eventually I'll be able to get that one. It'll just take a bit longer to get. You delve much into the blueprints yet?
Yeah, a little bit. How did we end up in a conversation about this Azlerite? You've got 50-50, 60-40. Where we finish the split?
You can have
50-50. Yes.
You can have all my 500 and below. So you can actually have 70%. I'll give you 70%. I'm happy to give you 70% of my haul.
Mining a little bit as well, which is so boring, beyond belief boring.
And hence the Netflix.
Yeah. I see. Yeah. Okay. But I just want my stuff already. So instead of doing 900, that was my plan. I'm gonna do like 700 quality stuff, and I'm like, it's better than normal.
Yeah, 700 is the minimum I'm going for. Because 600 is kind of like, it's kind of worth it. 500, not really. May as well just go find the armor in the world with not much disadvantage. But yeah, no, 700 and above definitely makes it a little bit more worth it.
So that's kind of the plan.
I found that the specialized missions like Rock Cracker and Hathor don't provide the quality that you would expect. But I think they haven't tuned that in yet, because I think eventually they want it to be a definite reward.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Especially like the Karenite thing, it's pretty much the only place you can get it. I mean,
Yeah.
I know you can randomly get like 1% chance or something.
Oh, we can
But,
actually
yeah.
let's have a quick check. May as well just take this opportunity to look at the available databases. There's 2. I think, Villain, you use this one, don't you?
Yeah, I like this one the most.
And I use Starhead. I like the cleaner look, and you've got this crafting prediction menu here. So just because I know how to use this one, I'm going to search on here. But you said Karenite,
Sure.
didn't you? Oh, is Karenite on here? Is it spelled with a C or a K?
C, I think.
That's not there.
Ha.
Well, okay. How do you find it on this one?
On
This
top
one.
there, you've got minables, resources on top. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
And then you type it.
This is why I don't like this one, because it takes a moment. I'll just have a look at it manually. We'll be on Daymar, won't it?
Yeah, that would be. No, just Karenite on the left there, on the list. All the resources you got on the left, and just click on it. Yeah.
Where is it? I don't see it.
FPS minings and second one.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is just Hathor. Well, okay. Well, that kind of sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I just need to make them a little bit more accessible.
But you've got 100% chance to find it there, though.
100%. Oh my gosh! You mean after 3 hours of getting all the bits of the Hathor station working? Yeah, that's amazing news. We love that. Great. Okay, so as I said, this week's podcast is just dedicated to the monthly report, so it will be a significantly shorter time. Some will be happy to hear, and that's okay. We've got some big updates in some of these sections. I did read through it all, but I haven't committed it to memory, so I need to have a quick skim. But let's just start at the top and move down for now. I think that might just be the easiest way of doing it.
Okay. Yeah. We're not going to go over everything. There's a couple things we just skip.
Yeah, we'll skip some of them. I'll just read this one. So last month saw AI make numerous fixes while continuing to build for the future, with Alpha 4.7 releasing in the end of March. The team fixed a series of bugs, including an elusive issue where station NPCs were offset from their benches. Is that code for T-posing? At the same time, support was provided for upcoming mission content, with the team incorporating placeholder script recordings and setting up comm calls. This will allow the directors and designers to have a better understanding of the intended experience, while also allowing the writers to hear and adjust the script as needed. AI then continued to look at building behaviors for new initiatives that they are excited to announce soon. Okay, I've heard rumors of physical AI characters in the game, rather than just being through the Moby Glass. So I don't know if that's what that's in relation to, but that would be awesome.
Oh, yeah. I think it's more in game development thing, storyline based. Yeah, there's 2 I think they're working on.
Yeah, but they've said that before, and it's turned out to be on the comms. So I'm hoping it's not another one of these things that's, we're getting a character, and it's just a screen that we're reading.
Wicklow again. Just...
Yeah. So they got various crash fixes, which is always what they're reporting. They've updated the Apex Valakar a little bit. I'm not sure I like the update. They're saying that it's going to be limited to an arena, which I get from a development standpoint is a way of kind of containing it a little bit, making it a bit easier to manage. But I looked forward to just encountering it randomly on a planet.
So how I was thinking about this, which I get, this is most likely the first iteration of it. So it's gonna be like arenas gonna pop out from place to place. But what I'm thinking is later on they're gonna do. You've got arena, let's say, and you didn't manage to kill it and runs away, and you trigger it, and new arena pops out in different area. So it's kind of like a, and it's gonna be have small radius of when it can pop out. And if you kill it, then great. If you don't, it maybe moves on and then pops out in a different place, in a different arena.
So you're saying you're hoping that the
Yeah.
spawn location dictates the arena rather than the arena dictating the spawn location, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd be on board with that as long as it was an encounter that it could randomly occur, and then it comes up in a certain area, and then it's like, okay, well, whilst this combat's going on, it can only kind of move within this area. That makes sense.
And and at the beginning, it might be just like the specific place, and then they build on top of that and get to that point. But I think that's their kind of end goal.
Yeah. What I want to see is some horizontal surface movement. Like, like on Dune, where you see the worm kind of, because at the moment it kind of goes down, moves, comes up. And that's fine. Like, again, I understand it from a development point of view. It's the easiest way of doing it. But it would be cool to see from space just this line in the sand.
I think they're gonna just make a trimmers kind of thing on the sand, and they have a specific like texture on it. So when you see it from air, but we'll see.
Yeah. Okay, so they're just working on motives for creatures, essentially, and how they behave with the world and react to things. So I guess when you walk up to a Copian pack and they just stare at you for 10 seconds and then attack you.
But
maybe.
Is that not like just sever?
You think so? You would hope they didn't program it like that.
Or the Copians say, they don't pay us enough, so we're gonna do a half job. Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
March saw the animation team working on snake and worm type enemies, including creating new behavior animations. The facial animation team began processing the content from February's performance capture shoot, and this includes content for Alpha 4.8's mission, where players will meet 2 new characters, as well as a news broadcast for Levski. So these are the 2 new characters you mentioned, I think, as well.
Yeah.
And this question is when we say meet, are we going to see them in person, or are they going to be on a screen like Wicklow was?
And the other thing is a performance capture shoot. So the capture shoot could be like the guy. They got Gerard put him in TV as a presenter as well. It's still been like a capture shoot. So I was hoping maybe this is like more involved, but like who knows.
I mean,
with CAG,
I don't really need the in-person characters right now. Like, it'd be cool, but I don't think the game's in a state where people are expecting that. Like, I think at the moment they should focus on just kind of doing the other things first, and then maybe towards the end implement all the characters, because it'll be more fresh for 1.0 that way anyway, and they can just kind of work out the bugs. But I am not a developer, and it's very likely that I don't understand why they're doing things. So
maybe the other thing is they finish all the guys who actually work on Squadron with all the capture stuff. So instead of firing them, they go like, okay, let's start working on this.
Firing them,
which is good.
Wow.
Instead of firing them, it's a good thing. So they give them some stuff to do, right? So preparing maybe a storyline for 1.0.
You should never be a CEO. You're done with that project.
I just saved
Goodbye.
their jobs. Just give them stuff to do.
Yeah.
Hatchetman straight away.
your project's over. Goodbye.
But this happens a lot in gaming, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's quite unstable. I think that's why you have to wear a lot of hats, so that you can always be useful. Right, so here's one of the most important ones, which is ship art. Before we get into this, let's have a look at this here. This is the ship pipeline tracker, just to see kind of where things are. So missing in action, of course, is the Pioneer and the Liberator. very sought after ships. I know Maddie is wanting his Liberator, and he wants it now, and that's perfectly fine. It's
Never is gonna come in. It's
cool
gonna be
ship.
last ship, Maddie. Last ship.
Well, I actually think it's gonna come in the next year or two. Probably 2 years if it's gonna be anything.
Next 12 months, I think.
You think 12 months? You think this year?
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Well, maybe next March or April.
Next May, maybe Invictus.
Maybe we'll see.
Well,
because it's not that much. It's not that complicated. It's just landing pads and hangar, and that's it.
Oh, I don't think it's the tech. I think they need to redesign it. Like Maddie said, the cargo layout isn't matching the current standardized cargo. So a lot of it needs to be redesigned to match that. And also
make it smaller.
Make it smaller. I just think from a tech standpoint, yeah, you're right. It's super easy. You just implement everything you've already got in the game. But I think the layout and the cargo needs sorting on it. I think Maddie was speaking about that last time. And it was right when you took a closer look, it just didn't really work.
I think maybe the bottom is gonna get widened, and they're gonna put it kind of similar like in Aegis on the sides next to the landing thing, something along that line.
Yeah, maybe. But I think the nice difference between the Idris and the Anvil Liberator is the Liberator is literally just a carrier. It's just for transporting ships, whereas the Idris is more of a cannon with space for ships.
True.
So it's nice to see that. It's like when the Golem came out, it was just pretty much a dedicated mining ship with very little other ability. It's nice that there's very dedicated ships. So why not with more capital sized or large ships?
It would be a good Liberator would be a good platform for golems. I think quite a few of them would fit on that ship.
Yeah, I'm just seeing the cogs turning in your mind, like, look at all that profit. Oh, those blueprints. Right, so let's start from back to front. RSI Galaxy kind of disappeared for a while. Now it's come back, and it's in concept, which is quite far behind where I expected it to be. But I knew it took a bit of a backseat for a while, and a lot of the reasoning behind why they've kind of taken it back to this stage on the tracker is I think they're redesigning some of the front portions to make them a bit more in line with the current design standards to prevent dead ends and stuff in the ship.
I thought more they're gonna be redesigning the bottom the module that changes, because that, like they said, the promise is gonna be a base building module in it as well, and they kind of like got stuck with it now. So I think they're gonna be fixing that in future.
I think it mentioned the reason in the text.
Did they?
Let me have a look. Ooh. Or it might be crazy and they never mentioned it at all. So
Hammerhead's coming up next patch 4.8.
Yes. And so should the Ironclad, but it isn't marked on the tracker as coming in 4.8. It's just there. Which I don't know who makes this tracker, whether it's CIG or if a fan. I'm assuming it's a fan.
Yeah.
But if CIG made it, this would not fill me with confidence.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Ironclad's going to come. I think this is going to be a main star of IE this year.
Well, I actually I was in Evocati last night looking at the transport tech demo, which, by the way, is a big improvement. It actually works really well. There's a few bugs that need squeaking out, like the doors opening to the void is still happening.
So nothing changed.
Not as much. Not as much.
Oh my god. Okay.
But it is a big improvement. There's now a hold door button, so you can hold the door for people on the lifts, which is quite funny.
Is there a close button? So like if they come in, you just keep on clicking close it faster?
No. Star Citizen is a universe of etiquette and manners and politeness.
I don't think we've been playing the same game, man.
But when I went to the top of Harcourt Tower, I don't even know why I decided to go up there. I was like, I'm using the elevator anyway, so I'll go to the top and see what it's like. I found 2 standing posters for Drake DefenseCon, where they normally would have the ship tours.
All the way up there.
All the way up there, yeah. So I saw 2 posters on the ship tour level of R-Corp Tower, where you normally have the Idris or the Javelin. No ship there, of course. But there's only 2 ships big enough in the Drake.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
In the Drake collection that would go up there, and that's the Ironclad, which I'm going to assume that that's what it will be. Or
I'm dreaming already. I'm like, I want to crack in there because they might just do the external, like what they've done with a Polaris kind of thing.
Yeah, they might give you the top level to explore, but yeah, maybe some form of the Kraken. But I think it's more likely to be the Ironclad because it's kind of a hype ship. But it surprised me. I went up there and I saw these posters and I was like, well, there's only 2 ships that this could be. Well, technically 3 because of the Ironclad Assault. But yeah, so that was a surprise.
Unless they've got a surprise ship that size.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I mean, there's no mystery ship releasing though, if you look on here.
Maybe it's so mystery. Top secret, man. That's why it's not even here.
So the Drake Kraken is technically in grey box and it's scheduled for 2027. Mystery vehicle, Hammerhead related, so maybe a variant of the Hammerhead, which explains why they took it to gold standard. So maybe they're taking advantage of the gold standard thing. The Hull B, which a video came out for recently. Did you watch that, Villain?
Yes.
How far into the video?
Got me.
How far in?
Actually, when they start waving the wings thing, I'm like, I've got questions at that point.
Well, when I first saw it, I was like, it's a bit yellow. like this looks a little bit too yellow. And then then the wings started flapping and the antenna came out, and I kind of caught on. And then I thought it was going to get to a more serious part of the video, but of course it got more and more ridiculous as time went on.
Yeah, I was as well waiting till the next one. This is the one, and then this is the one. No, and till the end.
Yeah, but the actual chassis they used for it is correct.
Yeah,
so they did actually show the ship. And if you look at the hull, I think it was hull 404. I think that the layout of the cargo on that one was what it's intending to be.
The invisible one, I think.
Yeah. It had the cargo layout. So I think it's this plus that is the hull B. And we'll find out next week.
To be fair, that yellow paint actually looked pretty dope.
Yeah, no, it didn't look bad, but I was expecting to see the normal mist skin. So when I saw it, I was like, But yeah.
The same thing.
So Defense Con says on this poster from 14th of May to the 27th of May. So usually it's Invictus that's taking up the most of the time.
See, with this Defense Con, they kind of release the stuff kind of slow. Like every couple days, I just prefer them like, here you go, everything, one go, release. Have fun kind of thing.
I think in the last year or 2, they have started doing that, haven't they? Just releasing everything at the same time.
What was the last thing? Not Invictus, was the...
IE.
Invictus. IE, yeah. And IE, we had to wait unless IE.
Yeah, okay. What did we wait for? I can't even remember what ship it was.
The Perseus, I think.
Was it the Perseus? Oh, it was the Perseus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we have to wait? I can't remember.
No, I think Perseus released.
I think it released on the first day.
Yeah, but the rest of them there was like a delays and stuff.
Right. Fair. Okay. Well, I guess it's how they keep people engaged throughout the week because you're waiting for your ship. So you come in to look at the ship until you can use it. So it's kind of a good marketing strategy, to be fair, to stratify the releases. From overloading.
I want to.
Well, I know you want it all.
I want it all. I want it right now.
All right. So the Gatak Raylan is another ship that's highly anticipated. Actually, I have the info page up. Let me just get it.
I'm not super sold on the Rayland.
Well, you're not sold on any alien ship, are you?
No, I like couple.
Yeah. Hey, Jinx, how's it going?
What's up, Jinx?
Well, you're always against alien ships, there.
No, not always.
Always.
Not always. I like what's the one? The bird people. I always forget.
The Talon.
Talon, yeah, Talon Strike. It's pretty good. Not Strike, but just normal Talon. Yeah, they're kind of cool. And Yeah, that's
Just
gonna
that.
be pretty much it. Yeah,
What
pretty
about the
much it.
Prowler?
Yeah. Oh, Prowler, yes, the same. So like
So you like the
that
Tavaran ships,
faction, Tavaran
basically?
stuff, they look cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Rest of them are like, eh.
The rest of them are too alien for you. I get it. Racist.
No, because the Sulan from Katak, that thing lands awful vertically, man. Just such a pain in the ass.
That doesn't make it bad. It's just a different direction of landing.
And two, I passed out in the ship. It cost me a match against Johnny, and that's it. Never
I think
again.
you're going to lose that anyway.
No, I was so close.
Right, so this is the Gatak Raylan. As far as I'm aware, it's not progressed too far in its development, and as it's scheduled to release in June, there's a lot of work for them to do to get it to where it needs to be. And from what I remember on the early concept videos, there was a lot of moving parts on the interior. There were consoles that had like 50 steps of animation to them each, and then there was a lot of them. And it also had a component bay where it wasn't like in other ships where you'd have these access points and you'd go and repair them. There was a mechanism in the cockpit area where you would go to a screen and select the component you wanted to access, and the idea was it would go and retrieve that component and bring it to you, which is cool. But in terms of engineering and you know,
nightmare,
the interest of not blowing your ship up, it doesn't work great. It is a very pretty ship.
Yes.
Jinx, ignore villains' negativity about the ship. It's great.
But let's say situation. Oh, we caught fire, right? Let's check which component. Not this one. Okay, send this one back. Next one comes out. Not this one. Send this one back. Oh, finally, everything's on fire.
You bring in the components, just this big fireball, just like that, ready for you.
Awful design if that's the case.
Yeah, they'll likely change that, to be fair. It doesn't really seem feasible. But it's... I think the biggest question mark are the cargo pods, really. Like, people aren't really sure how they're going to work. CIG aren't sure how they're going to work. So, we'll find out.
It's a cargo ship, right? And this ship is going to probably drop in the same time when Ironclad's going to drop. I think Ironclad might overshadow this a little bit.
Well, Ironclad will come first. It'll come in May. This is coming in June. It'll just come after. But yeah, I think the Ironclad is definitely going to win. Like it's got more cargo. It's got more use cases. But alien ships are mostly for people who just want to look good, really. Like, they always do the same jobs as human ships, but slightly worse.
For more money.
What I mean? For more money, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. So this is the cockpit. This is actually relatively accurate to what we've seen in previous concepts. This is the lift. The lift kind of goes up through the ship at an angle. So this is not like a straight lift. So it's got a bit more adventure to it. This is one of the consoles in the ship where it has like those 50 animations. It's got that very cathedral feel to it, like the Sulan does. Like it's all very
looks great inside. Don't get me wrong. Like the texture and how this all like opens up, amazing. It just
and I think
usable.
It was kind of a design preview of the Gatak as well, because it has the same kind of idea of these moving, levitating parts. Let me see. Is there anything else in here? I'm not sure what part of the ship is. I think that's crew quarters.
I think Xi'an is all about like gravity tech and stuff.
Yeah. The interesting thing about the Sulan is that if you look at the early concept, it's actually an early design of the Gatak that they adapted into a starship.
Oh.
In the design sheets for the Gatak, it has the Sulan's 3-petal layout. And they just, that's where that comes from, which probably happens with a lot of designs, to be fair.
Yep.
What else?
It's gonna have a missile. This is cool. If it's got missile, because not a lot of cargo ships got missiles on.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say not a lot of small cargo ships have missiles, but I think the bigger ones tend to have them. I think we all know what cargo ship we want to come out from an alien brand, which is the Banu Merchantman.
Really? Oh, no.
You don't like the Banu Merchantman?
I'm like, yeah.
You don't like the Banu Merchantman? What's wrong with you? You're going to have to fight the whole Star Citizen community.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't have it. I don't see, I don't know. reason. Like, I get people want it because they want to have a like flying shop and stuff. It's not something I kind of into.
I think it's going to struggle to be useful because why would you need a traveling shop when you've got player hubs? But we'll see how it goes. I think there's an advantage to it you could find, but mostly people will use it for cargo, I guess. The Grey Cat UTV, which is just up here, that's coming out. I'll probably be picking this one up just because it'll be the most up-to-date ground vehicle. Probably work better than the rest of them. And it'll be useful.
You and ground vehicles, you guys don't gel well.
Do you not remember the tank battle? I was fighting that thing the entire time. I was going up the hill, but my tank was going sideways. I'd be pressing forward and it'd just be sliding somewhere else. It was the worst experience of my life, and I forgot to turn my light on. It was awful. The ground vehicles right now are in a terrible place, and CIG need to fix it. They need to overhaul the physics for ground vehicles.
I think it's gonna be like $40 as well, which is gonna be kind of expensive.
Maybe it might be a bit less than 40, but or maybe $40, maybe like £30. But yeah. I don't know. I feel like ground vehicles, they just need a lot more love than they're getting.
Yeah.
Tanks are not tanks are not supposed to slide. Okay, Jinx, I'm sorry. I won't even entertain such a joke. It will not be entertained here, okay? But yeah, let's go back here. So there's a few mystery ships. We don't really have any idea what these are. Some of them are reaching the end of their cycle, Lord Zero and Final Art. But again, I don't know if you know anything about them.
No, not really. To be fair, I'm actually more excited about the ships I don't know how they're gonna look like and stuff.
Yeah.
It's more like, boom, it's already done. You don't need to imagine anything. You just can see inside, go and buy the ship, and it's done. Instead of just thinking about your Banu Merchantman.
Yeah.
For 10 years or so.
I think this one here, mystery vehicle, better cockpit view. I think that's going to be the Stingray, because I'm thinking like what would require a good good cockpit view, and that would be a medium to heavy fighter, which I think the Stingray is supposed to be like a stealth fighter, I think.
I'm hoping Stingray is going to be too like heavy fighter, kind of like Scorpius or Hurricane kind of thing.
Maybe it could be. I think it's going to be medium or heavy. I think they're trying to build from bottom up with
Kruger.
Kruger, yeah. Just because they started with the parasite vehicles, the snub fighters, but that wasn't intentional. But now they're actually starting to develop ships properly. They're kind of going up through it.
To be fair, like I kind of like Kruger how it looks, especially the Wolf when it came out. This is one of the luxury ships that they're coming up with. Like, oh yeah, I can see myself in one.
Yeah, like in concept, the idea of a luxury fighter kind of sounds a little bit strange, and then you get one. You're like, you know what? I can get used to this. It looks pretty cool.
Seats, all kind of spoilers thing. Yeah,
yeah, sports car dials. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here for it. So yeah. But let's get back over to the article. We'll read through some of the updates. Okay, so they do actually mention the RSA Galaxy. I completely missed that before. It's right there. Right, so Hull B has had its combined Lord Zero and Final Gate review. There were some delays, and so they had to do them together to make sure that it got through to the end, and that's passed. The Drake Ironclad Assault and Command Module progressed to their Lord Zero phases, and the team have started a full light and detail pass across all three to unify the visuals. Alongside this, the team returned to the Caterpillar to set it up for the command module, and hopefully gold standard, probably not.
That's the biggest thing for me. There's like, why would you put this in if the whole rest of the ship is crap? Like, why put the brand new thing on it?
Yeah, I think it's just because the Caterpillar needs so much work that it would hold things up to wait for that.
Caterpillar Mark II.
Yeah, well, they need to fix Mark 1 first, and they need to make sure that it can actually be modular as it's supposed to be. None of which is in.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, we're nowhere near a Mark II, and if they release the Mark II before fixing the Mark I, there'll be a riot.
How I would do it, probably, I would just do a Mark II and just scrap the Mark I altogether.
We
And
just
just replace
automatically
it
upgrade everyone's
Yeah,
ship.
and just give whoever has had it, just give them straight away a Mark II with modularity, with everything. You know what I mean?
So a rework.
And pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I think the overall purpose of Mark II is to have two versions of the ship, but yeah, I think a rework would be good. Hopefully, they'll fix it. That's all I want. I want it to be fixed.
One day, yes, yeah.
This is the mention about the Galaxy. I think this mentions the reason why they have delayed it. So several devs moved back onto the RSI Galaxy after a small hiatus, helping other projects out. Like other ships in pre-production, they went over the original layout and made adjustments, both for flow and to make use of the ever-growing asset library, all the while keeping true to the role and intent of the ship. This involved adjusting the front half of the lower deck to be less isolated and prevent it from leading to a dead end. Yeah, I knew I read that. Other areas were also adjusted to current metrics using suitable assets from the other RSI ships. Kind of stumbled a little bit there. So some updates on the unannounced ships. There's 5 unannounced ships in total. Okay, so the first successfully passed both its white box and grey box reviews on its track to a LOD 0. The second approached LOD 0 review. The third is at a grey box gate review and is approaching LOD 0 in April. Don't see 5 on there. Right. Anything else up here? Ah, the Kraken, the big one.
Yeah.
If you want to go through this one, go ahead. It's your baby. It's a Drake ship. Every Drake ship's your baby. Don't complain.
In North America, the team continue with the Drake Kraken. The capital ship successfully passed the white box gate review, was a major milestone for what it will be a legendary largest player flyable ship on the release. Which this is kind of ruined a couple of my thing, because I thought Javelin's gonna come in this year. That was my kind of secret thing.
I think that was a bit of a what we like to describe as copium.
I don't know.
I mean,
know what you're talking about.
If it did, that would be amazing. However, I think they'll probably need to adapt it to the PU first. They may need to make some changes internally. Because when you're making a single player game, you don't necessarily have to model the entire ship. But I don't know if they have or haven't done that in Squadron. They may have like locked off a few rooms that are secure rooms and stuff like that. So, I don't know. Because you're only a turret in the Javelin, and you might only spend the beginning of the game in it. Do you remember on the trailer, you're walking through the ship, there are sections of the ship that are being, worked on by engineers.
I would think the ship would be like finished for, I don't know. Do you think they would just make it like you would think?
You would think. Yeah. But as I said, in a single player game, there may be story reasons as to why you're not going to. All right, see you soon, Maddie.
It's more performance. It's more like a performance.
Yeah. So that there's pruning. There's you don't have to model the entire ship for story reasons. If your character never goes to the lower decks, for example, or never goes to the command decks, which they do in the story, you don't have to model them necessarily.
What's the strike group? It's coming in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing I want to do, instead of to complete the mission, I want to board the Vandal ship. And if I board the Vandal ship and it's not finished inside, I'm gonna lose my shit.
I think if it's not finished inside, you won't be able to board it. So
no, I'm gonna still board. I'm clipping through it. I'll get it. But, yeah.
I would hope that if they're going to introduce a Vandal ship of that size into the game, that they have an interior for it. And if they've introduced that ship specifically, it's probably something that's been finished in Squadron and brought over with an interior ready.
Yeah, I'm really hope so. It's the case, but you would think when they dropped in Stinger would have all the components and stuff already
However,
accessible as well.
what I think is going to happen, and you'll hate me for this theory, and I'm sorry.
Already do.
Okay,
Mhm.
is that they'll program the mission to be to kill the ship, and that when you bring it to 0 health, speaking very simplistically, it will blow up, and so you won't be able to board it.
We're gonna use distortion weapons. There's a plan already here, man. To get it done.
So you're going to have a specific squadron of fighters for the most aggressive mission in the game.
Time out.
That you're going to save
to
for the
change our
entire
weapons.
time to then attack the ship with just okay. Good luck with that, villain. Good luck with that. They're
You're
going to
gonna
make
be
it
there with me in the front line, man. What are you talking about?
They're going to make it too big.
Okay,
Right. So the Kraken was the original topic.
Oh yeah. The team then connected their efforts onto the main hero room, such as engineering core travel routes through the ship and implementing a new bespoke mounted turrets on the weapons. Ooh, did not know that they're gonna have a bespoke weapons.
Yeah. I think they're probably doing that because compared to other capital ships, its ability to defend and attack was very limited compared to like the Idris.
Turret 7. Yeah, but it doesn't have a railgun or anything like that.
They're probably trying to like it's not supposed to be an attack ship. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's going to go front line, but it needs to at least be able to defend itself from mid to large ships. Maybe not an Idris. Maybe an Idris would wipe the floor with it because it's a carrier, full of, through and through. It's not an attack ship. But it needs a way to defend itself from medium to large ships. So I think that's probably what they're doing with that, is to make sure it can do that realistically.
Yeah,
I've got the Kraken up here. So this is sorry. Go ahead, Willem.
No, I'm just thinking, hey, if they maybe added like some kind of torpedo thing up front, so you actually can do more damage instead of like a railgun and thing like that.
Yeah.
But I don't think the ship's got any like rockets or torpedoes, unfortunately.
I don't think it's designed for that. I'm completely okay with it not having a massive array of weapons. It just needs to be able to defend itself if attacked. It needs to be able to deter an enemy because it's going to have ships on it can deploy anyway. Battle ram, please.
Yeah.
You've already got the caterpillar, Maddie. You don't need a battle ram. Gosh, you've got one. Just all you need to do is park a caterpillar on top. When you want to ram someone, send Maddie out, and he'll just get in it, and he'll just zoom into people. It'll be great. But to be honest, this does look very battle rammy, this front section, to be fair. But the idea of the ship isn't really meant to be at the forefront. Any different variations of battle rams, that's fair enough. The intention of the ship isn't to be on the front line, so I'm not expecting huge weapons and things like that.
Do you think it's gonna be like 2 levels, like the right side's a little bit lower than the left side?
Yes. Well, that's the original design. That's kind of you see this. There's a tier here and a tier here. This I imagine this one is more for kind of medium to light fighters. It's got hangars as well inside the ship, and then this is kind of your cargo landing area. So they're kind of separated on different tiers. And I do like that asymmetry. I think if they just had these 2 big plates that ships could land on, it'd be really boring. And you've probably got some cargo elevators because you've got a cargo elevator. You've got a cargo elevator that goes through the central spine of the ship, so maybe it goes to each hangar, each landing pad.
I'm hope at least you can like move 32 boxes inside in it as well because the ship's got so much cargo.
Yeah, I do think I have a layout of it. Here we go. Well, that's not a very good layout, is it? Tells me nothing. All right, here's a top down. This might be a bit better. Spectrum.
You broke it.
You broke it. Okay, there we go. So I think this is the mid deck. And you got your hydrogen, and you got your hangars. Just seeing where the elevators are. So this is vertical elevators, 1, 2, 3, and 4 that go to the 4 pads.
Yeah.
This section is the habs, so you land and you go from your pad to your habs. These hangars are bigger than I expected, I'll be honest.
I think they're supposed to like fit in what they call Buccaneers. So they're not extra small, they're just small.
Yeah.
From my
That's
understanding.
fair. Don't be mean to Matty Ice. It's not his fault he's late. It's well, I don't think any of us were aware of daylight savings until today. He just messed everything up. There's been a bit of desync. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
He'll be here soon, servers, Ice, just for you. The layouts that I'm finding just aren't really giving us a good idea. There's a side on. That's the top one. Well, oh, here we go. There's a side on one. This is better. I apologize for that. Took a while to get there. Right, here we go. Okay, it won't let me zoom in. That's fantastic.
So yeah, I think all the way the green one, and I think the spine is the horizontal tram thing.
Hangar hab pod. Yeah, I think so. I do know that there is a tram that goes down. There it is. Found it. It's on the mid deck, like we said. It goes down the center of the ship. And it looks like the pads, which are these orange vertical lifts, you bring your cargo down, load it onto the cargo, and then you take it to the cargo center here. Now, CRG have a habit of having these very industrial looking cargo areas on ships, and then when they actually come into the game, they realize they're not going to work and they change them drastically. I think the closest we've had to an actual industrially cargo area in a ship that's working correctly is the Hermes with the central rail in the middle.
Yeah.
But if you remember on the Reclaimer, they had this idea of these cranes kind of moving back and forward and side to side. And then it came in and just all the chains and all the visual stuff they added just got in the way.
Oh my God, so bad.
So bad.
There was a one specific spot, the chain thing, you could not get through in or out stuff, and it was horrible.
I just found this on Google just now, Ice. If you'd like, I can send this to you after the podcast. Just message me and I'll get reminded by the notification. I think a tractor beam would be a good idea to stack from above. I would appreciate that. Yeah, I think that's the intention. And I like the idea of it. It's just CIG have never successfully implemented, other than the Hermes, a good a rail tractor beam in a big cargo ship. Sorry, go ahead.
We'll see one in Ironclad's going to be coming out, because that one's supposed to like slide like forward and left, right as well. So that one might be interesting.
Yeah, I do want there to be a cargo system like that. Genuine like rails that kind of move the tractor beam in omni directions.
Yeah.
It's just not successfully been put in yet. They've had the modeling in there and then just taken it out because it didn't work. Like another one would be the Argo raft. You remember that had those claw cranes?
Yeah.
Originally, and they just didn't work.
That was anything like physicalized is they were a little bit too ambitious. Like especially like the reclaiming claw supposed to be like grabbing stuff. Yeah. I don't think that was ever gonna work.
So you have a small cargo area. Oh, this is the crew room. Never mind. Ignore me. It looks like 32 SCU, but I think they're supposed to be beds. This is the command deck here. A popular feature is this dragonfly hangar. I think the idea is you drop them out the bottom of the ship and you can just kind of go off into the distance or pirate someone or, yeah.
I think they're going to need to move the Dragon Bay down somewhere lower.
You think?
I was thinking, because I don't know if you watched
unless they're intended to be 0G deployment and they come out the top of the ship.
I was watching. It's like a fun art 3D guy was making them, and he removed it and he put it on front of the bottom green turret, all the way up front. And he put that there, and then you had you basically had door to the left and right, and you can just
Okay, so you think like
through.
either side of this green corridor, and they kind of just get deployed down.
He put it so how he had like you've got two hangars, and then on front of the hangar up front you had a third one with dragonflies as well. So you had everything there, and then you could have like when the Kraken lands on the ground, you still can jump out and fly away, kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. All right,
Hopefully they would do something similar.
There's a lot to look forward to with the Kraken. They have also said that so far this will be the biggest ship to be added into the game. I know you're disappointed because you wanted it to be the Javelin that came in, but it will eventually be in, and it will still be bigger. Okay, it's just not there yet.
Yeah, I think it's still the 1.0. I think so. We'll see after.
Maybe, but they'll probably put it in before 1.0 because I want to test it anyway. Probably maybe 6 months before, something like that.
Yeah,
assuming 1.0 comes out in the next 2 years, which they made a lot of progress recently, but I don't know if it's 1.0 progress just yet. Right, so a little bit on audio here. There's some quotes that we won't really need to read, but I'll just... Okay. So last month, the audio team successfully delivered their work for 4.7. This involved producing an engaging sound experience to support the visually stunning new dungeon experience, which I can attest is very well designed, very cool. And when it works, which it took a few tries, when it works, it's really good.
Worked every time.
The team also provided the new claw salamander enemies with a unique language, with a unique... Okay, so they have... Okay, yeah, I did notice that the way they were speaking was not English. Adding more threat and value to NPC conflict. Following this, they began designing further language packs for future builds. Some of the vehicle audio devs visited Jared on Star Citizen Live to discuss the increasingly elevated vehicle experience that's been happening over the last year. As more new vehicles approach, the team are continuing to lift the soundscape and care they put into the flight experience, which I think we've all been able to notice.
It got better. Yeah, it got better.
For sure.
Yeah.
What I've really enjoyed, because a lot of the time I have my audio mixed to a point where the game's quite quiet compared to what I'm watching or listening to. But sometimes I'll just have Star Citizen audio. I'll get into a ship. When you turn your ship on, there's this pause, the silence. You turn it on, it says engines on. You know what I mean? It's not instant. There's this feeling of an actual process happening in the ship. L? What?
What are you talking about? When you press this engine on, there's a guy from Pitson, he's put it and just starts it all up. That's why there's a small pause.
But that delay kind of is, and it's intentional, but it makes the shit feel more powerful. It makes it feel like there's a process to starting up a spaceship, and it's a lot more powerful. And each ship does have its own character, or at least the ones that have been updated. Other ships are a little bit underwhelming. In comparison.
What I was flying yesterday. Oh, I think I was flying Prospector. That ship needs like update badly.
Prospector.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
Sounds bad.
The annoying thing was they brought the Fortune out, which I think is gold standard. I think Maddie mentioned this. I don't know if you can confirm, but the Fortune is gold standard. But they did nothing with the Prospector, which is in complete contradiction to the Moth and the Mole, because where the Mole didn't get an update immediately, it did get the gold standard pass the month after.
Yep.
So why that didn't happen with the Prospector and still hasn't happened is a mystery to me.
They're like, it's gonna be fine. No one uses that ship anyway.
The ship turns on. It's
you
just
can mine with it. Yeah.
Mines away. It's all good. Do we have a Maddie?
Hello.
Hey Maddie, you good? Hello?
I think he's muted probably.
Are you muted, Maddie?
Hey, you bastard villain, you.
Hey, it was blame
What-
daylight savings.
What are you talking about?
Could you tell
No,
your?
don't you talk shit about the prospector.
Oh,
You watch your
No.
mouth.
This is like a
The
half
both
a
of
ship,
you.
half a ship, man.
yeah.
Listen, CIG needs to fix their shit on fucking updating it to the Fortune standard. Come on, man. If you could do it to the mole, you could do it to the damn prospector. Let's
Yeah.
go.
I would
Chop,
agree.
chop.
They just didn't match the same energies they put into the moth.
Can you imagine this? Maddie turned the camera on. Guess. Can you imagine? We just start talking about Maddie's prospector. Boom, he appeared. We just have it. You need to put like
Yeah.
some puff of smoke.
Yeah. Well, now we know how to summon Maddie whenever we want. Just send
Yeah.
a message out with some diss about the prospector. He'd be right in.
I was coming.
No. Right. So the
Today's
next.
my birthday. I got really
Oh, happy birthday!
smashed last night.
Okay. Fair enough.
And
Fair
we
enough.
had some things planned this morning.
I shall draw you a cake. A very badly drawn cake because I'm doing it with a mouse. Oh. And then you got candle.
Mm,
Yes, these
so
look
very.
more phallic than candle-like, but we're just going to go with it, Maddie. It's meant with love. There we go. And apparently you're 4 years old because I can't be bothered drawing all the candles.
No, just make it 40. It's fine.
Yeah. Sorted.
There we go.
Yeah. There you go. Happy birthday.
I did come in angry. They were talking shit.
What is it? We've just been conversing about
Yeah.
an important ship.
Unimportant shit.
Is there anything that we've spoken about, Maddie, that you wanted to get something in on but weren't able to?
That Kraken layout, was that accurate?
It is.
was
It's like a lot of Kraken layouts. It's like a closest guesstimation of what it's
Yeah.
going to look like inside. Do you want me to bring it up again?
Yeah, because one of the things I was like, where's the medical bay that they talked about? That
No,
they
so
added?
they
Added a whole medical
mentioned
facility.
they mentioned that bit they're gonna be redoing a couple places in it. So
Yeah, I thought it was going to be in that back side. You know where it shows that one cargo right there, the purple cargos?
Mhm.
Please.
Yes.
I'm not sure
Yeah,
where
I
the
think
med
it's going to
bay
be
is supposed
somewhere in a level in that section. And then I was
I
feeling
thought it's
like,
gonna be. I thought they're gonna remove the fuel tanks up there and then use that space for something.
I imagine it'll be probably more up here towards where the crew
yeah.
quarters are and things like that.
Yeah, so
Did
you
you-
see those circle things under it? Those are
yeah,
fuel
I
tanks.
think so. Yeah, I think they might swap where those fuel tanks are and put them somewhere else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think this section
It's just
here is
swapping
the
around
modular
this little
part where you can switch
Yeah.
to the privateer kit as well.
It's going to be a lot of
Uh,
like switching a in that section.
Yeah.
And then I was
Well,
feeling they're
yeah.
going to take the Ironclad's loading bay. And you know where the hangars are on the bottom side, right?
Yeah, they're on the
two
other side here. And
I feel like it looks something similar to what the Ironclad's whole entire hangar bay looks like.
I actually don't think the Kraken will have a ground loading system.
I don't think so
it
either, but
will.
I feel like it'll look something like the inside looks like. You know what I'm saying? Or have like these little walkways on the side and something like that.
Yeah.
See the bottom.
They'll
there's
have
a
the lifts for
bottom
the cargo.
Yeah.
But I'm talking
That's
about
it.
vehicles, like bring them on and off. But yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot about the Kraken that we're just not going to know. And
I feel
I would
like they might go
argue,
the Pioneer route and put a loading bay down the center.
well, yeah,
If
it's
the
right.
cargo's going to be,
It's right
it'll be
here.
like that, how the ramp was, Yeah.
What I would say is there's a lot of wasted space in the front of the ship.
Yep.
Like you've got the platforms on top and on the starboard side of the ship, but then interiorly you've got all of this area here that's just not being used, and that's not necessarily a bad thing because you could argue it's very structural. The ship itself is quite a structurally designed ship rather than angling towards an interior. But I don't know, I feel like there's some missed opportunity in those areas.
Yeah, I think what we'll see is kind of a slight remodel. Not as much as the Pioneer got, but we'll see something to where it's going to stay true to its original design, but it'll look a bit different than everyone's expecting.
I just remember when they
In certain
unveiled the redesign of the Pioneer, the silence in the room, and seeing
So
that and being there live for it, everyone was just like, "Ooh, that didn't go down well." And the guy who was presenting was like, just sweating, like, "It's okay. I mean, we had to do it. He'll have this stuff, we promise." It was all cooled down since, but it was not the reveal that they were hoping for, I don't think.
Yeah, I was like, I don't have a Pioneer, so I was like, yeah.
I've never actually
Gonna
seen a
change.
man's butt cheeks pucker so much in a moment in my life. It was something to behold. Right. So the next section is core gameplay. It's a rather large section. I think it's just this actually, but it feels big. Right. So have you got the whiteboard up, Maddie?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up now. It's actually funny.
Just because I don't think people want
Sometimes
me
you got to pull it up twice.
to read this whole thing out. Okay, so I can't remember everything that's in here, so I'm just going to read what I can.
Yeah, I skimmed through.
So
quite a lot of it
various improvements were made to weapon handling, such as switching back to the previously held weapon after using a med pen. That's a good one. And now, when equipping a new knife from the ground, the player character will store their currently held weapon or entity, strange phrasing, unless it can't be stored. Which is good, because there's an issue right now when you try and pick up a gun or something and it just drops the other item, which is not fun.
That was before, and they changed it, and they're like, oh, we're going to go back again.
Yeah. The med pen change is good. Automatically swapping back to your weapon, because that's just quality of life that should have been in from the beginning.
Yeah.
Significant. Go ahead.
Yeah, the bit underneath it, because I read through this yesterday. We can skim through this, because this is just pretty much detailing what they did to make crafting work. So, like having tractor beam display certain things on your tractor beam, like displaying the quality and how crafting works with the owned and unowned system with the blueprints and the fabricator, and the bit right underneath that talks about the paging support that they did to the crafting machine. Instead of having like a list system, like you would scroll down an endless list to craft everything, it's like a page support system. So that's all that's talking about.
And the categories help to mitigate the downsides of a page system as well.
It does all the thinking that they did in the edge case thinking. It shows with the way crafting is. It looks very easy, and I haven't done it at all yet. I haven't even opened the fabricator yet. All of you guys have. Like, I've been doing nothing but mining. But
for me, the only problem with the whole blueprint system is you need to have a fabricator actually go and see it, right? If they put it into the Mobiglass and you can click it, it's like, okay, I've got this stuff. I want to click on what I'm looking for this FS9. You click on the FS9, tells you what you're gonna need for it. That would be great.
Yeah, they kind of mentioned that. I don't know if it's here or if they mentioned that in the future of crafting, but they are making a blueprint library app that will be in your Mobiglass. Yeah, so when you open your Mobiglass, there'll be like a little icon that probably looks like a blueprint. You'll click on it.
Pinning recipes as well would be good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Putting it at the top right of your screen. For engineering, the devs added collapsing headers for diagnostic MFD. So that's the one in your ship's MFDs where you'll have a list of all your components where you do your quick repairs. You're now going to be able to collapse them to make the list a little bit more digestible. And you just open the one that you want.
Yes, you don't have to see all the parts and stuff at once. You could just see the specific parts that you're looking for.
What I would love to see is they just had like a 6-tile system where it just said avionics, engines, or avionics, thrusters, shields, and you just click on the one you want and it brings up that menu rather than having to scroll through a list. It'd be a bit quicker.
Yeah, I think they might go that direction. Now that they have this paging support system, I think they might do something like that. It looks like they are already doing it with this MFD little fix, but I think they might go further with what you're talking about, where it's like 6 squares there, and it's like your power plant, and then when you click on it, it like opens up the part that it is and the percent, and it can even show you on the overall icon, like through yellow, red, and green. Like
Yeah.
if it's green, it's good. Yellow, it's slightly damaged. Red, it's like really damaged, needs to be fixed.
Well, I think I was in the Ivocati transport patch last night.
Oh, how was that?
And it was. I mean, you just get on an elevator and it moves you around. So that's pretty much the whole thing. So it was.
Did you try the hold button door? That's going to be very useful.
It didn't really seem that different when I used it. It's hard to know. It's hard to notice. It doesn't have a timer saying.
That's an extra timer, but yeah, it should have like a little UI icon.
It's hard to notice without feedback. But what they're planning on doing is, rather than having a list of places to go, they're going to have a tile system on there, like categories. So utilities, hangars, ads, docking collars. So you just click on the tile that you want, and then you have a shorter list of the places you want to go to, which I think will work better. It'll be a bit quicker to access, but it adds another mouse click. One thing I did notice is when you're interacting with the screens, you don't have that issue where you're accidentally zooming in when you're trying to scroll through the list anymore.
Ooh.
To get rid of that, now you have to middle mouse click on the keypad, and it will zoom in onto it, and it won't do that. But now by default, it doesn't zoom in and out when you're trying to scroll through the list.
That's good.
It's a small thing, but it's nice because you'd be trying to scroll through the list, and then you'd get really close.
Zooming in and saying, and then it's zooming out when you're trying to scroll the other way. And you're like, wait, hold on. Yeah, I have to do the middle mouse button on my MFDs a lot because that happens to me.
Yeah. Updates were made to the refueling mechanic. These involve various changes to the docking flow, such as allowing ships to initiate the docking procedure. This means that the refueling ship, such as a Starfarer, can initiate docking and back up to dock with the ship that needs refueling. Auto docking now triggers when the two ships are close enough. The ships also automatically undock whenever the refueling process is complete to smooth the overall flow. I know why they made this change for the ability for the fueling ship to dock, because if your ship's out of, because I think at the moment, as the ship that needs refueling, you need to dock with the Starfarer. But if you're out of fuel, you're not going to be able to do that. So
you can't move.
So clearly, this is a good change for that reason. Progress continued on the Drake Commander module, with a team integrating the resource network into the module's handoff procedure, making sure that the host and parasite ship properly connect to the same network. Functionality was also implemented to ensure the shield faces correctly update when the command module is docked and undocked, which is a nice
that's telling
change.
me is that when you undock the command module, it means what's left over still has all of its capabilities besides flying. In the sense of it has its shields, and it's going to have two different resource networks. So like you have two different engineerings. Command module have its own set, and then that. But when they connect, it combines, and it kind of like makes the command modules blend in with the whole whatever it's connecting, whether it's the Caterpillar or the Ironclad. Which I feel with this command module thing, they'll probably use that for a lot of other style big ships so that you can always swap back and forth.
Also adds an interesting relationship between the command module and the main ship, because if you think about it, while the command module is attached, it controls the ship, but also, whilst it's attached, the network of the other ship is in charge of the network of the capsule until it detaches. So it's kind of backwards. So it gets control, but it takes on the power qualities of the main part of the ship. So, I don't know. It's interesting.
I
can see why it was a bit complicated. Sorry, go ahead, Maddie.
The main part of the ship gets really damaged. You can still disconnect and still have your own shield array around the command module and its own like health bar and everything.
And then as the pilot, you can shout back to the pirates, "Joke's on you, it's only 200 quality," and then quantum out.
For me, the best thing is the refueling thing. I'm not really super interested in it, but I'm thinking if they fix refueling so they can reduce the tank sizes in all the ships, like at least the smaller ones, so you're actually going to need to use refueling ships. That would be cool.
Yeah.
That was the only thing I'm thinking about.
I think you will, because I think they're going to make certain systems like very scarce with how many places you can refuel. And a lot of these small ship flyer guys aren't going to be able to make the jump distance without having like calling in a refuel ship. They might get stuck if they mess up one time, you know? I think they might put a challenge in the way that we fly, because there's kind of a challenge, but there's not. But I feel like if they're smart, when they add more systems, they need to have that thought in mind. Like, how can we challenge the player to think about his fuel a lot, especially if they're doing refueling changes like this and they want to bring refueling more into the game. I feel like that's one way that they can think about it. It's like, well, we got to make the travel distance more challenging, so that if they mess up on like a jump, that actually hurts them way more because there's not that many places around for them to refuel.
Mm.
And if there is, they can only get a certain amount of fuel. Because right now you can get an unlimited amount anywhere. And once like they do that change to where like places only have a certain amount for a certain amount of time, so like it refreshes.
Yeah, well, me and Dylan spoke about this a little bit as well. In that we feel that ships as similar as light fighters should only be contained within a planetary system and struggle to jump from planetary system to planetary system, for example. And then when you start to go up in size, your distances, because right now the distances are too forgiving. I can jump across all of Stanton in a Gladius, which shouldn't really happen.
Exactly.
And also it'll build up the social economy of, hey, this is Maddie. I'm in my Liberator and I'm ferrying ships across the jump point today. Are there any people that need to get to Pyro? And that means you've got a way to make money. People have got a way to change systems, even if they don't have the right ships. You know, so it's, yeah. So it benefit the ecosystem of the game overall, I think, to be honest.
I think one other thing they would need to just add to it, crafting your own fuel, just be going, collecting it and refining it.
I think that's the idea in the future.
Well, they're going to have the ability for hydrogen scoops. I think most ships are supposed to have a hydrogen scoop on the ship. But that's just not in the game.
Very rare.
They mentioned the Carrick.
Odyssey. I think Odyssey is supposed to have it.
Yeah, but they mentioned the Carrick that ability too. And I think they did something to it to where it can actually work in a sense. There was some work on that. Can't remember when I read it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, won't be able to find this in time now, but oh well. I think quite a lot of ships have hydrogen scoops, to be honest. I'm not sure how many, but there are quite a few of them. Toward the mission system, the team fixed various issues causing rewards to not be correctly attributed, or progress for event trackers to be incorrectly calculated. Progress began on implementing Mission V2 functionality into STAR-CXVZ, including the ability to dynamically create missions. This is what we've all been waiting for, because right now it's really static. Dynamically create missions locations without design intervention, greatly improving the speed of development. So right now, I'm going to use the cargo event as an example here. Right now, missions are so static because they only have a couple of locations where they'll spawn. So for the cargo event, I think CIG picked like 5 to 10 locations where people would come to load and unload cargo. And it created this massive bottleneck of players. It caused a load of crashes with the elevators. And it's a very specific example. And it doesn't always work that way for every mission in terms of it functioning. But it's the same for missions in Pyro. It's always at Shepherd's Rest. Whenever you go to Bloom, you take a mission. The majority of the missions are just go to Shepherd's Rest. Like, okay, but what about the rest of the planet?
No, just there.
What about Golden Riviera or wherever else? But most of the missions take place in very specific areas. With this update, it will just mean that exploration becomes part of every avenue of gameplay because you will always experience a new area.
I think it's a little bit more simple than this. I think it's gonna be like systems gonna be this place is gonna be iron mine, so you can get iron there. So that's what you're gonna be picking up from there, and they're gonna need like fuel and food and stuff like that. That's what's going to be delivering it. The very simple stuff. I don't think it's going to be anything harder than this.
Maybe to begin with, but I think they spoke about this in terms of FPS missions as well, because the mission design is very modular, the way they've done it. And I think the way they want it to work is it will say, okay, well, this location is free. This player wants a mission, and this is the type of mission that they need. So it's like it maybe chooses a goal, a path to reach that goal, and an NPC count, for example. And maybe the constraints of that NPC count are defined by the area you go to and the difficulty of the mission. But the mission designs that they have are very modular. They've spoken about it quite a few times. So I do feel that's where they want to end up, so that they can populate missions across a whole planet. I think to begin with, yes, it will be quite simple. It'll be like, go fetch a sandwich for Wicklow.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they're attaching it to the STAR-CXVZ tool.
Yeah.
It's going to help them spread a lot of the missions. All they have to do is, with those locations, add the category of missions that'll be at those type of locations. And then when those locations get populated, you always have those mission types. And they'll feel so dynamic, too, with the way that it'll function, because it'll function between those bubbles. Remember they talked about STAR-CXVZ, and there'll be this bubble of locations. All those locations will interact with each other in that sense. Instead of having the whole entire system try to dynamically interact with each other, they'll have, yes, the little mining cluster. Anything within that circle will interact with each other and create mission types. So like when something gets low, then one of those mining centers will talk about helping it refine it or helping it refuel, bring this resource to the thing because it needs it, it's really low. Or
Also,
when it's a cargo area with a distribution center, maybe they're asking you for deliveries. They're taking deliveries from different places because those bubbles are going to be massive on parts of the planet. Some of them said they had like 1,000 locations, so there'll be 1,000 locations talking within each other, creating missions, and that's how I'm understanding it.
The distinction is POIs, clusters, and sectors. That's kind of how they're approaching it. But just speaking from a cargo point of view, the way these missions could even interact is you could bring multiple players in together dynamically, because for those doing hand mining missions, maybe it's a mining outpost and it needs crystals from a specific cave. So they go in, they mine, they bring it in. But maybe the FOB needs to start collecting in the supplies from the mining outposts. So there's a mission that says, okay, collect the cargo from the mining outpost and deliver it to the FOB. And then there are missions that are generated that are slightly larger cargo missions for players that are further along in their progression, where it says take the cargo from the FOB to the distribution center. So that's your larger local cargo. And then you can have settlement clusters, because this obviously is a mining cluster. Settlement clusters that require supplies. And so you collect cargo from the distribution center. But then you could throw in variable. I'm getting a bit deep into this. But then there could be variables like maybe that settlement is under attack from pirates when you arrive with the cargo. So you need to clear out the pirates. So you maybe need an escort to help you. So if you know there's a likelihood of pirates in the area, you ask a friend to come along. You send out a beacon maybe, and they take the mission and come and be your escort while you're supplying the settlement. So there's actually a lot of opportunity there. For missions and mission chains that bring players together.
I feel like these clusters will turn into instance levels in a sense.
But like for me, missions like the ones I've got in my head is like the main storyline kind of thing. We've got a guy, you go and talk to them, sit down, have a beer kind of thing, and then he gives you a mission. You get a little bit lore there, and then you go and do the thing.
Yeah,
that's how
I think the 1.0 system storylines are supplementary to the actual game itself. And I think there will be other storylines outside of that. But it's an MMO, so that the main aim of the game is to create an economy of players, and you achieve that through interaction. But I agree there should be good story missions as well. Sorry, Maddie, you go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, I was trying to touch on what Villain was saying to what you're asking for that's actually going to happen, Villain. I don't think it was last monthly report, but maybe the one before that. They did talk about physical mission givers that they're bringing in. And I think when they brought in Elliot, the lead mission team designer, I think he did touch on that too, talking about how there will be physical people that you go to and that kind of conversation where you sit down at a bar and get a mission from someone like that. Instead of always just getting it through the Moby class, there will be people that you have to go to get certain types of missions and things like that. So I want that too. I'm with you there, Villain, 100%. Like I want to go to like some dusty old bar on some fucking destroyed planet and
You
meet
got the
some guy and he's
drugs.
like, "Hey, I got some drugs. You want to help me move them for some money?"
Right. Yeah, no, that would be cool to see a variety of missions. I do want a good story in Star Citizen as well. They're doing further work on the inventory system, which is good because it is not a point where everyone's going to be super happy with it. It's better, but essentially the same system with a different skin. And some slight UI updates, basically.
I think they overcomplicated this inventory thing because they keep on doing that 3D models of the items and it just give us like an icon, make it way easier to load, man.
They have actually
is old code that was it's just the old system that they were running, which was the Flash system, and it's too slow to render everything in the way it was before, and they couldn't figure it out. They touched on that on a Star Citizen Live. That's why they switched over to what they have now, because it processes it way faster when it renders in all the items. Yeah, you still get that little bit of loading time, but I think with a little bit more tuning to it, it'll get to a better spot, but it has been way more performant than the old inventory system right out the box.
I think the design's fine. I just think it has the same problems as the old system, just faster. If that makes sense. Like you say, you still have the delay, and you still have issues where the shortcuts sometimes they don't work, or dragging and dropping sometimes doesn't work, or transferring between inventory still doesn't work. So all the same problems are there. They just happen faster, which is great.
More responsive.
It's just more responsively buggy. Yeah. So they've not really addressed the core issue, but they've tried, which is great. Good job, kind of.
So struggling a little bit this patch. They're having like some little, because there's a lot of delays. Like even in mining, there's some delays. Like when I'm mining, I have the laser still, my optimal window changes, and that usually happens with desync a lot, but it doesn't change like this. It's usually like, it'll be like this, and then like one moment it'll go up and then go back down. But like now it's like doing this every other minute. And it's like, okay, and it's changing the values on everything. So it's like desyncing what you're locked onto while you're mining at some points.
Yeah. One issue that I've faced recently, I think we've all faced actually, is server errors and the inventory system do not play nice. When a server error happens, your inventory system dies and you can't access anything. And then you die of thirst.
Yeah. The other problem with inventory I noticed, like if you go in and you open all the boxes around you and you step away and second person comes and try to open them, they not always work.
Well, don't do that, Villain.
No, just go flip everything. Straight away you get in.
Close the boxes when you're done with them. Gosh darn it. Yeah. Right, so the next thing here is ship hanger service, ship hanger services. That is the ability to repair things within a ship. So Idris, you go in with the Gladius, repair your Gladius. Or the Polaris, you go in the Polaris, you repair your Gladius, that kind of thing. So it's had its first playable gate, so meaning they're starting to actually be able to play a version of it internally. Now, there's been some theories of Strike Team coming in May. I think for the most part, people they said also it'll be coming later in the year than now anyway. So
yeah,
it's got plenty of time to come in.
I think it's Orison.
It's possible, yeah.
Now I want it now.
No, it can't be. I think it's leveling. Nope.
I don't know how far along instancing is. They haven't mentioned it.
Something.
I don't think
Yeah.
they mentioned it in here. Finally, core gameplay. The team is preparing to move on to social features. That's all it says.
They've been preparing for last 12 months.
To be
They're
fair,
still not prepared. Yeah.
what they actually said is they have a strike team specifically working on social tools. So what this probably means is they're going to start having gameplay teams implementing those
Yes.
social tools into the gameplay. So it's not saying they haven't been working on it. It's that now they can focus on actually making it work in a game rather than just be like a UI you've designed on a screen.
Yeah, now they can have it game ready. The programmers and engineers, thank you, Alarm. Scared the shit out of me. Are probably smashing through it all, and then these guys are just gonna get it all game ready,
Yeah.
making it work for Jew with a few bugs too. You know, they gotta put a few bugs in there.
They have to.
Can't get it
Okay,
on.
so
Huh?
I'm just going to read this whole one. It's quite short. So, March saw the formation of a new team, Creature Content, to focus on the ongoing development of STAR-CXVZ. Alongside focusing on improvements to the technical pipeline, the team progressed with a number of new creatures. Alpha 4.7 introduced some early results of these technical pipeline upgrades with variants of the Valakar. I still don't like the fact they did that. That have
Yes.
grown accustomed to that icy environment. I think they should have just waited until they had a new creature.
Well, you
In
gotta
March-
remember they smuggled them.
Sorry?
So they went over everywhere. They smuggled the Valakar in. So like they
I-
put
I under-
Valakar on all types of planets, and now they're
I-
adapting to the
I
planets.
get that, but they should have just made them normal Valakar. I don't think they should make, ice variants.
We need fire variant next.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit too, it's leaning too far away for my liking.
RPG kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
in-
I want my worm dragon.
Well, we already have that. It's called the Yormandi. It has a Kamehameha that comes out its mouth. I think we're there.
But that's the lightning dragon.
Oh, I'm sorry. In March, additional design work went toward upcoming creatures while looking ahead to plan in additional improvements for existing creatures, including mesh and behavior updates and additional variants. I'm not against variants. I just don't want them to be too fantasy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Like Scorpions. Scorpions are kind of fine. They've got like, cave ones. They've got
Yeah.
radiated and standard one. And they like, they just.
The
different things.
phenotypical differences. They're not like, oh, this Copion can breathe fire and this Copion can stand on two legs while reading a book and having French toast. You know? Yeah. But I found this grouped kind of depiction of creatures that we can expect. And I've not seen them grouped like this before. And now that they're all looking very samey. Which is... I hope they're not this similar, but a lot of them are looking very much like these. Where are they? These are all kind of very bear shaped, but they're all got the same pose.
8 different Valakars in there, man.
Yeah. Well, the Yormandi's not a Valakar anymore, but
It's a different variant. Of a lot of them. It's just the variant styles that they concepted up.
I think it's probably more just like body shapes, to be honest. And as we've discussed earlier, like a lot of the designs come from concepts of other designs. So the Yormandi is a perfect example of that. This is supposed to be the swamp variant of the Valakar, and they were just like, you know what? Let's just make this a thing.
That one looks like a slug variant.
This one?
You know, the one right there underneath the Valakar, the original one?
Oh, yeah, I see it. This one here.
Yeah.
So I think this grouping kind of puts things into perspective in terms of how they might work, which is really cool. I like the fact that I found that finding this was just nice because you can see this here is a mix between the flying variants and the predators, and I'm not sure they have any real relationship to each other. But gives you an idea of what kind of things to expect. You got the pets up here. In CIG's defense, there's only so many ways you can draw a worm. They could do better. That's fair, Jinx. You do have a point. The crab ones I want to see. I think the crab ones would be a more interesting one. There are more moving parts. There's more to think about. And as a player, you're unable to anticipate the movements because you're not used to fighting that shape. Go on. Sorry.
And the other thing, you need to have like a high power weapon as well to even trying to like damage them because of the exoskeleton.
Like a crossbow, right?
Yeah, crossbow or like a railgun kind of thing maybe, or a boom tube kind of thing.
I think the boom tube may damage the resources. Possibly.
It goes into a pot anyway after.
Right, okay. The economy team, I'm not going to read this, but basically what they're saying is at the moment their aim is to take the game from an AUEC focused economy into a variation of valuables. So that's from AUEC, crafted items, qualities of materials, and interplayer trading. So they are working on that.
Interplayer training, that's the most important bit out of it.
Yeah.
Well, no, down here in the other part, they say they wanna move away from the profitable NPC loop and towards the player-centric economy model.
Yeah. I think in terms of buying stuff in-game from NPCs, that is for new starters who just want to get basic equipment to go off and do missions. I do think there should be specialized vendors, but they should be trade-based vendors rather than monetary-based vendors.
Yeah.
So, like, if you do want to just trade with NPCs, you go to the specialist shops that trade the higher tier items, and they say, I'll only trade this for 600 quality and above iron. If you can get me this, I'll give you this armor. As an alternative to crafting, you can go trade for it instead. If you don't want to interact with players, because to a point, CIG will need to adapt to those who want to play solo and maybe don't want to talk to people. So I think there should be a limit to how far you can get. Of course, you need to interact with people at some point.
I think like if people want to play solo, right? I'm just like they should always have access to pretty much everything anyway. But if they don't want to like participate in like trading and stuff, there should be like a tax on it, like 20 or 30%, right? Because you just going easy route, so you should pay more for it basically. Or like I think we mentioned about this how I wanted to make so the TDD should have like a big market on it, which you can sell it on it, but system takes about 30% cut, or you just build your own bazaar somewhere on the planet and don't pay taxes, kind of thing.
They want players to be the stores, the main stores for real gear. You know, they want NPC stores to be just base spots to get you stuff, to just get you by. You know, that's what they are. Like they want the players to be the real NPCs in the world. That's where Star Citizen's going. We are going to be the NPCs with the high loot that you go to and find this store out in the middle of nowhere, and this person's got this blueprint you never seen. It's tier 5, and he's selling it, and you're like, what? Where'd you get it? Oh, don't worry about it.
You have no idea what I had to do to obtain this item.
Yeah, but this is the other thing, like later on with the higher tiers, like weapons tier 3 and maxed out kind of thing. The difference already the weapons have, like in tier 1, when you like bump them up, I'm having a hard time processing what they're gonna do after that, like tier 2 or tier 3, how much bonuses they're gonna add on top of that as well.
That will need balancing. I don't think this is going to be the final thing. The tier 1 tier.
Want this pistol? It's a railgun now. I can shoot ships from the sky. Pew!
I think when they start adding area of effect to a pistol shot, as the day the game will cave in.
Everything's been significantly boosted to get you into it, so you start understanding it more. And then as they put more things in, they're going to be balancing a lot more things. The balancing will take a little bit of time, of course, but I do agree with you. I am interested to see, like, when you do upgrade, like how that is going to go too, because will it go to these crazy things where if someone has a tier 5 and they're just shooting at tier 1 people, they're just like obliterating them in one shot?
Yeah. I think crafting's in a good spot right now, especially just as a testing phase. Because
so far, now,
I don't think it needs anything at the moment. It's just to see how people get on, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, game intelligence development. In March 2026, the game intelligence development team primarily focused on the ongoing design and planning work for Mission System V2. They spent the first half of the month collaborating with the mission designers to refine how the new system would work in practice and how to best expose scripting tools to the designers. They also iterated on a UI prototype for the mission interface and made several refinements. Game intelligence development also began work on a new tool to facilitate the development of the new mission system. Throughout the month, they continued deeper investigation and design work around its implementation, refining the architecture based on stakeholder feedback. This work will serve as a foundation whenever the team returns to the system. That is a very mixed update. It's basically saying we're working on it, but it's also on hold. So maybe it means that they're pausing one part of the development to develop the foundation for it, and then they're going to go back to it to then work it in. Because that was a little bit up and down. But it's nice to see that the mission system V2 is coming and they're working on it. And hopefully when it does, that dynamic mission tech
I see what they mean there. So like they don't have a lot of the other parts of the team that's needed to get it implemented. They probably got a lot of the people who are doing a lot of the back-end labor work. But they don't have the people who do a lot of the implementing work because they're working on other things.
Yeah. Level design. I'm not sure there was too much in here.
Yeah.
Tactical strike groups and Siege of Orison rework. And they also began to prepare for a major new location. Now, my only gripe here is the distribution facilities never got the underground network that we were promised.
And
it
we'll
makes
see if
me
they
sad,
ever will.
and whether they ever will or not. Maybe they're still in development. We don't know, but they mentioned them. They made a huge deal of them, and they just didn't mention them since. And the distribution centers have just kind of fallen by the wayside. Barely even go there anymore. It was cool to go and check it out, but there's no purpose of them right now. For now. And hopefully it is a for now, and they do something with it. The new mission pack is ready for next week for Nyx. They're trying to close the gap between hauling and courier missions to make them both as beneficial as each other. Tactical strike groups went through polishing. Changes to ship armor has kind of kicked off an internal rebalancing of mission combat to ensure that they tell you what you're going to encounter, what loadouts you might need, so you can actually do damage to your opponents. And then the Battaglia missions. What's a Battaglia mission? Finally, the team are approaching the first playable state for a new Battaglia mission, which include modular mission parts that can be used as standalone missions for other factions.
Yeah, I don't know what they meant by Battaglia.
Oh, is that not the woman from Levski or something? She gives a mining mission.
Oh,
Is the one with missing hand or something? Is that the one?
You think I'd remember? Right. You think I'd remember a woman with a missing hand, but I don't.
How you don't remember this?
Well, it wasn't there to remember. I'm sorry.
I think she's just gonna be giving you like a mining missions, and then you're just gonna be grinding rep with them. I'm thinking in Levski, something along that line.
Yeah,
I might be wrong.
I know. We'll find out. I don't really know anything about that. Battaglia caught me off guard. I didn't even know if that was a person or a very weird reference to Battlestar Galactica or whatever.
Was there a Battlestar Galactica? Something like someone?
I don't know. I don't know.
I was thinking, you said it. Oh, I was like, I don't know. Maybe.
I said I didn't know. In March, the narrative team continued tasks for the whole host of upcoming gameplay operations and missions. Alongside refining the narrative of tactical strike groups, they crafted storylines for several new engaging missions that will be released alongside upcoming patches, one of which will see the return of an old foe. A lot of people are thinking that that is Amelia Boyd.
Yeah, Xenothreat or something, maybe. I don't know,
Yeah,
something along that
possibly.
line.
The team also prepared for the next capture session in April, which will see the story mission script mentioned in last month's report being recorded. This script went through revisions and refinement thanks to placeholder testing to help identify potential issues before the final session. The narrative team also began planning an eventual overhaul of the current item descriptions to accommodate new changes that are coming with future revisions of the inventory and fabrication system.
See,
yeah.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
With the new missions, like they usually do those narrative missions, right? A
Mhm.
lot of them, they just come in, it happens, and they go away. I want for them to stay kind of like the Onyx and ASD stuff. So like if new player comes in and they never done it, they still have got the option to go there and maybe listen to like the those cassette play thingies
What you
in there
mean?
and
Tapes.
You don't like the way that
Recording.
Destiny 2 did it then, where they brought in new stories and completely deleted the.
And they just no. If you put all this work in, just leave it for the people. You don't need to like click it and listen to it, right? Every third or fourth time you go in, but it's still there for new players, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe like in 12, 18 months, you want to, I want to kind of see how this went again and just, play it through. This is my kind of little bit gripe with it. They kind of delete stuff.
Well, when they speak about narrative, there's also this distinction that needs to be made between what narrative they're speaking about. Because is it, like you say, the ongoing B storyline and the A storyline that they're doing now, or is it the eventual intended 1.0 planetary storylines they're talking about? Because it's involving capture sessions, so I don't know what exactly it's for. Or maybe the capture sessions are for the physically interactable NPCs they've mentioned. It's really hard to tell exactly what they're working on. All right. So here's the technology dump. This is a lot. The first part's quite important. In March, the network team focused heavily on advancing the foundation for server meshing. A central part of this work involved quasi-dynamic server meshing, which intelligently distributes areas of the game world across dedicated servers based on their current load. The team completed a second round of testing for the initial version, resolving a bug where multiple game zones were incorrectly assigned to the same server. They also made the system more efficient by removing a global performance bottleneck that was causing thread contention. On the stability side, several crashes and thread safety issues in the server management system were resolved, including a crash that could occur when a game server disconnected at the wrong moment. The team also made solid progress on the next generation of the Territory Manager, which is responsible for dividing the game universe into distinct regions to be handled by separate servers. Multiple improvements were submitted for review throughout the month. So I think that Territory Manager is the authority over an avatar or an object within a server. So if Villain is in server A and crosses over to server B, the server managing his avatar takes over. I think that's kind of what it's referring to.
I think it sounds like they're working on instancing as well, just so they can hop over there.
Well, instancing is like the child of dynamic server meshing, isn't it? Because it's popping up a server for the purpose of a gameplay loop and then closing it down when you're done. So I think that's going to be part of this in general, isn't it?
Just for the duration of the mission or gameplay that's going on.
Just seeing if there's anything else, because I think most of this is going to be about server meshing.
Yeah.
Basically, they're just working on it.
We've been
so they're making it
going for a while.
Future-proof.
Oh, right here at the bottom. Online services continued to advance the item imprint feature, which will be the underlying system that will allow players to truly own their items in their ships and on their characters. Additionally, the groundwork is underway to ensure that the system carries items ownership in a more robust and efficient way.
Yeah. That's yeah. So that's going to be involved in long-term persistence as well and make it more reliable. Which, Villain, you'll be happy to know will apply to your materials as well.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I want to keep everything from
You want to keep that 990
from a
quality
patch.
quantanium.
Yeah.
How dare you want to keep
or
your
what they're
items?
gonna do? You're gonna keep it, but it's gonna re-roll the quality every time.
Yeah.
And it's like, guys, you've got it. You kept it though. What do you want from us?
Right. I don't know much about this one, so I'm just going to read it through and then we can pick out as we go. So this is for research and development. In March, the ongoing ground fog work continued. A test build was handed over to Tech Art for prototyping and to gather feedback. Time was also spent improving tooling. You know all about that, Maddie. You've been doing that for a couple of weeks. A test build was handed over to Tech Art for prototype. Oh, I just went back up, didn't I? The ability to gather thread names was added to the dump log tool when extracting call stacks for crashes submitted via the PU. The shader compiler server that services the build pipeline was substantially refactored. A proper thread pool implementation was added, while load balancing was significantly improved when using remote compile slaves.
Pretty much, I can give you a little
I don't know,
easier explanation of what this means. They're just working on how the ground fog shader and the tool that handles it works and how it does all the calling to when it needs to be rendered in and when it needs to be rendered out for the load on the server. So it's, from what I read here, there's a lot of good improvements. So that means later on when they actually do turn it on all the time, because it's on certain planets, not every planet, it will perform way better. So this is actually really good work.
Okay.
I mess with shaders and stuff, so
I don't know if
this
the
is actually really
shaders
good.
lately, last patch, they don't greatly work on my PC.
Those are different shaders. Those are like rendered
Yeah.
shaders. In there's some funky stuff going on this patch.
Yeah.
The fog
I think
shaders
it
will
just has
be
to do-
volumetric.
Yeah.
Because this is what we need, more obscurating of the ground before you hit it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
So
like
it looks
a night,
beautiful, you know. So when the sun
If you're
hits
hitting
it,
the ground, you're not pinging enough.
so when the sun
and then
hits it,
ground,
you see
boom.
the rays going through, and it looks like you were hotboxing in a room, but you're gonna crash.
I think once the more robust weather systems involved, fog will have a more systemic approach. So it won't just be everywhere for the sake of being everywhere, or be where it's supposed to be. I hope.
Well, that's kind of what this was detailing too, and how it's going to improve the way that it does that, in a sense.
So there's a couple of mild, small updates here. So they've got, for example, updates to the DNA system, which is how they create faces in the game.
More faces.
Yeah, they're going to allow
Press
more
random, and you go with it.
NPCs in an area, for example, due to the way they now render them. They're also going to bring super heavy combat armor over from Squadron 42. Now, the super heavy armor, the difference from what I understand is going to be that it requires some form of power to work. And there'll be some weapons that can only be interacted with and used using the super heavy armor. So anything below that is your regular run-of-the-mill armor. And anything super heavy and up is kind of walking towards mech. Kind of.
Oh my God, are you going to be able to rip the
stuff.
fucking minigun off of the sides of like the TAC and certain other vehicles?
Maybe.
Just use
Maybe
it with
just-
the
That'll be
super-
cool. Yeah.
Maybe just grab an entire turret. Why not?
Yeah.
For interactables, the team is implementing the flaming torch held animation, tightening the player interaction cone for usable objects to feel precise and correctly aligned. They also completing food prop tech animation for next location content. Okay. Starcloth. This has been a bit of a buzz at the moment, as they've been adding more armors in. They've been talking about Starcloth a little bit more, and Starware. So this might be something we see. Well, we are going to get this year, Starware, or an implementation of it. So that's exciting stuff.
Yes.
Villain, you just seem displeased.
I just meh.
Villain's not a fashion guy. Villain's the kind of guy that throws on jeans and a t-shirt in the morning, and that's it.
Pretty much.
And
Yeah.
so am I. But there will be people out there that will want this. Like just to bring it up. Let me just mute it. This is kind of what we're aiming for in the game, is like a synergy between armor and normal clothes. So that you have player variety. Now, a question that gets asked often is,
Yeah, look at that.
in a game where you're often in space, why?
Well,
And
you're
when?
going to need these things on your ships. They're going to bring back the old school way armors work, where when you have your helmet on all the time, you're going to be using your oxygen tank that's on that suit. And with the way that they're specializing suits and putting suits in different classes, them oxygen tanks will be different. And it's probably be something that will be added when you craft armors, how to give you a better oxygen tank in the future. But before, I remember when I first started playing, wearing your helmet in a spaceship all the time would make the little oxygen bar appear and start wasting. And then every time you're on a planet, you ran. The more you ran, so if you're the type of person that likes to run and bring your heartbeat up to 180 beats per second,
I can do that
Yeah.
without running. How dare you?
it starts draining your oxygen because you're using way more because you're breathing more with the helmet on. So it doesn't do that anymore. They made it
Why?
way
Why did they
too
took it off?
I don't know. I think they did it because it was something that was
It was getting in the way
I'm
at the
not-
time.
was getting in the way with people wanting to play, and I guess it was like something that was of an annoyance. But it's something that need to bring back again because it was something that made the game feel mad realistic. You actually had to buy oxygen pens to fill your oxygen.
I think that will
certain
come back in later when they bring the armor specialization in. Part of Starware is going to be fashion. There will be people who just wear it for the sake of looking cool. But there may be missions where those
I don't think-
considerations may matter more. So, for example, with FPS scanning, if I'm wearing normal clothes, I'm likely not going to have any kind of signature or an extremely low signature. So there's an
gonna be-
advantage to wearing kind of like small plating of armor on your clothes and just kind of staying off the radar. Mighty love sneak up behind people.
Super heavy.
And
Full on
then-
super heavy thing.
Yeah, so having that mixture can have benefits feasibly when you've got FPS scanning. There's also the issue of oxygen. If they bring that back in, you've got limited oxygen. So when you're on the ship, you'll depend on the life support system. And
Bring it
also
back
then,
No, I was just saying, bring it back in, CIG.
yeah. So I'm sure that's the plan, to be fair, because they're going to have EVA suits and non-EVA suits. So they're
That was
gonna,
another thing that used to waste your oxygen when you were in EVA.
yeah.
Like using it would waste your oxygen.
Yeah, I think the idea that they have planned is you use your EVA fuel, and then if you run out, you have the option of using your oxygen
Mhm.
as a thrusting method, just for as a last thing, and then you'll suffocate as you fall into the ship and die. It's like flying into your tomb. Right, so I think that covers everything
That's
in
it,
it. That
yeah.
was a long list of
Oh,
updates. There's Maddie's
yeah.
birthday cake. Happy birthday, Maddie.
Thank you.
Yeah.
32
One
years
thing
old.
that we didn't speak about is the email that came out, the
Oh,
newsletter
yeah,
about
yeah.
Squadron 42. And it's just showing you what's going to be in the game, which is fair enough, and that's great. But
there's
more
one thing that we're
importantly,
getting.
at the bottom of the email, it said Squadron 42, and underneath it said releasing 2026. So they're sticking to that date.
now.
Year.
Never.
For now.
But it's promising that they've got it in their logo now. That they've sent out in a newsletter this month. It's promising that they're still committing to that.
For me,
what was-
the
So go ahead, Willem.
and for me, the best thing is the hacking device thing from all of this.
Yeah.
They actually got one now.
It's
We
right
can
there,
see how
number
it works.
4. It's the
Yeah, it's like
P75 hollow emitter. That's
I think
what
that
it's
says
called.
C75.
Now, if you zoom in at the little
Yeah,
radio wheel.
right there. C.
No.
C7.
Zoom into the wheel.
Oh,
See a
okay.
little wheel thingy in the center? It says P75 hollow
Then
emitter.
this is contradicting.
I know. That's when I looked at it down there. I was like, that's a C75. P75, C75.
I guess we'll find out. But yeah, so there's a lot of updates. This is the military multi-tool. I'm not sure if this will come into the game or not because it's a Squadron 42 specific multi-tool.
I would doubt it.
I'll own it. Look at that thing. It looks cool.
I do think it's a better design because
Yeah.
the current multi-tool, the way that the inventory system works is so faffy switching out the modules. But
you see the little battery?
Hmm?
Number 3? The little field battery?
See,
Yeah.
what do you think if they actually end with the current current module tractor beam thing, right? Multi-tool. And if you put it like you've got slot on your belt, let's say, and you just have it out and you press R and he just switches them like this straight away. That would be so much easier.
Well, that's what they got planned for Squadron, but they're not going to put that in the PU because they want you to.
I think this one's got everything in it built in, and you would have to have like the modules on
Oh,
the belt
you said okay. I think
and then you
go ahead.
Sorry, no. So yeah, and you just with one button you just switch them from what you've got in the belt instead of looking at it and clicking, selecting what you want, kind of thing.
Well, it works so well. What are you talking about, Villain? It's fine. It's fine the way it is. No, I agree. There should be a quick button you can switch out, like Alt 1, Alt 2, Alt 3. Tractor, mining, salvage. Oxytorch and med, we don't really need. No one uses those. I've never once seen someone use the Oxytorch.
The armor is tight.
Yeah, the armor's pretty cool. I think you'll probably get this
we get some
when
variants like that.
When you complete the game.
Yeah. Looks good, but obviously it's Squadron, so they had to make it look good.
Well, these are going to be the G-Force. When they add more G-Force suits, this is kind of like how they're going to look in a sense.
Yeah.
Different variant styles. That'd be pretty tight.
These are weapons we already have. This is the FS9, P4, and the S7, I think it's called. I don't know. I can't remember. But that is everything that we had here. Yeah, there's quite a few developments. The game is picking up the pace, although not quite as fast as I'd like. But things are happening. We're getting new tech coming in this year, which is a bit of a change from last year. This is a nice halfway house. Got content and features coming in.
And feature, yeah, way better. Like last year, it was a little bit too fast with the patches they've been dropping.
Because they couldn't fix the bugs fast enough.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
This time, it's not as bad actually compared to the last year.
No, it's been pretty well. It's been going pretty well. I'm glad that we actually finally have like the foundational progression loop into the game. So now like there's a reason to log in and do something more than just making money. And it's great to see that the economy themselves said that. They want to move away from the money-centric model and move into a different model, which is more like in the future, everyone will be trading with each other to get things. To get things, you would go to the best crafters for the best crafted gear. If you're not that type of person that likes to do crafting, or you'll go to the best people who grab the resources, or you even go to shops that sell blueprints if you're not really good at finding blueprints or getting the rep to do it. So like that they're leaning onto us is a really good step, because I know it's a massive challenge. The economy in any MMO is a nightmare. So that they're being smart and like, well, let's lean towards the economy that the player base is actually built. It's a really good step in the direction to see. So it looks like it'll be better in the future as they churn more things online.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think we'll have a really good view of the direction of the game by the end of this year. With the release of Squadron 42, depending on how well that goes and if it goes. in terms of funding, we'll kind of see, are CIG safe? Are they not safe? Because they're in a little bit of red from what people have been saying.
I think because they put last year, 2 years ago, they
Fuckers
put in
better
10
hold the
million
line.
away for fixing the offices or something.
Yeah, well,
That's why.
they've been spending more money than they're getting overall as well, just in general. I don't think it's a massive thing. I don't think they're like swimming in red, but it's starting to catch up. So it's kind of how well Squadron 42 does will be a good indicator of what to expect in the future, and also just what's being added this year. If it works, quasi server meshing, dynamic server meshing, how that works out. There's a lot coming in this year that will be very telling, which is going to be exciting, maybe a little bit scary in some regards. But I think overall it's going to be a good year. Looking forward to all this coming in. But anyway, I think that is everything. Yeah. But thank you everyone who has come, and we appreciate you coming to watch the podcast. We do have a giveaway on the channel at the moment between the 14th of March and the 15th of April. You just need to be a subscriber and then like and comment on any video posted between those dates. The winner will be decided shortly after the 15th of April, and we'll be in contact, of course, to provide the gift, and we'll instruct you on how to claim that. Do you guys have anything else tomorrow?
Back tomorrow. We will be back tomorrow for gameplay. We're actually going to be shooting, hopefully, stuff and not crashing. Hopefully, again.
Well, didn't crash last week, did we? I crashed once. But that was just the game crashing, because the game crashes sometimes.
Like it, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Have a good night. Make good choices.